Hey guys, and welcome to another video, and today we're down on the River Ribble. And as you can probably tell by the rods behind me, we're trying for a chub and barbel. Now, I came down here to woodcutters, this is a stretch around woodcutters, and I fished last night and I was lucky enough to have a barbel of around £5, which was a really nice fish and it fought really well. And then once we put that back, we also had a chub that was just nudging £4, so it was a really good session, and I really wish that I brought the camera, because I didn't really, because it was raining a lot. I didn't bother filming, so of course we got some nice daytime bites which would have been perfect for filming. So I thought, as soon as I've come down again, we'll bring the camera. So, just a couple of hours of an evening session. Let's get the rods chucked out and see if we can get anything tonight. The rigs that I'm using on this session, as always, are pretty simple. I've just got a running 3-ounce lead, then I've got a bead before a swivel, and connected to that swivel is about 3 or 4 foot of 15-pound coated braid, going to a hair rig boilie. And that's all it is. If anyone fancies doing the same as I'm doing, I'm using these boilies, just let me flip them over. They're pretty old, but they're still doing the trick. 15mm squid and krill, instant action. And the rod I'm using is a Fox Dualite with an Akuma Pulsar reel. I've actually not got much of a back cast in this swim, but I'm putting one rod straight out, a third to halfway across the river, and I'll just give that a little drag back to make sure it's on gravel. And the second rod I won't film it, but I'll throw that further downstream. Again, make sure it's on gravel just so these two rods are quite far apart. If we do get a hard fighting fish, it'll be a bit easier to deal with it. Can you see what's going on the screen? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, we've just picked up the first fish of the session, and it's in daylight, which is really nice. And it is, not unusually, it's a chub to start the session. And like a lot of the chub I've caught down here, it is a really pristine example of the species, and I really love catching these fish. Looking at the tail, actually, the tail's got a bit of damage. I wonder if a pike or perhaps a bird species has had a go at it. But other than that, this is a really thick set chub of about 2.5–3 pound, and I'm really pleased to catch it. But because it's hot, we're going to quickly take a still and get this one back and hope for a barbel. But that's a great start. Nothing wrong with him. Every sort of 45 minutes to an hour, just checking the bait, similar to you would if you were refilling your feeder. Because we're on a rising river, there's a bit of weed coming through. I'm just checking the baits because I'm not sure if fish will take it if the bait has a bit of weed on like that. So we'll just clear that off and chuck it back out. Well, I've actually got something quite interesting here, guys. So I thought I'd show it you. I cast out, thought I'd landed in weed, so I thought I'd pull it back. And what we've got there is actually an emerging dragonfly. Is it a damselfly or a dragonfly? And he'll have been in his nymph stage, living underwater, and he's been tucked in the weed. He's come out and he was just ready to sort of come to the surface and emerge, and unfortunately a boilie's landed on his head. But just thought I'd show you that as a point of interest. You don't see it much, but you do see it sometimes on the UK rivers. Well, we've just been really lucky enough to see an otter, which is a real treat for me on the Ribble, and love them or hate them, I love to see them. I know there's some people potentially watching this video that have quite a negative view towards otters, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but before everyone jumps in the comments slagging off otters, please remember otters are natural and native on this river system. Barbel are not. So they've got just as much right to be here, and probably more right to the barbel than we do. So yeah, I really do love to see them, and I hope you enjoy that footage of them.
The light was quite low, so this footage isn't the best, but it was nice to see this otter in the margins. I think it may even have had a fish, but if anyone knows what it's doing, please pop it in the comments. I've left the full clip in for you to watch, but if you're not their biggest fan, feel free to skip through. I'd also like to ask at this point that if anyone's watching my videos, please could you click subscribe if you haven't already, as it's free, it just takes 1 second and it really helps me out.
Well, the time is probably coming to an end where I can film in the light, because this camera is going to struggle to focus. Still keeping an eye on the rods. But I am going to push it a little bit into the dark tonight. See, that camera's already blurring out, I can tell. And if we do get a fish, I'll hopefully bring it to you by head torchlight or camera flash, or I'll find some way of filming it for you, but I'm not going to be able to film the fight because the chances of lighting that, filming it and playing a fish will just not pull it off. So potentially the next time you'll see me will be with a fish. Let's hope so. I just said we've not got enough light to film the fight. And the rod's gone again with another chub. So I thought we'd try and film the fight, but it might be a bit blurry, that. But you never know. Come on, mate. He's in. Nice. We're just trying to... stay on the mat. We're just trying to show you this fish a little bit better by lighting it with a head torch, because I don't think they came out very well, but I'll just hold that in the light there. Hopefully you can see that, because these chub really are worth getting a look at. They are pristine fish. I absolutely love catching them. But that's 2 bits of footage now for this fish. So let's slip this one back and see if we can get a last light barbel.
I thought I'd put a picture in here because that clip was really blurry, and these chub are really nice fish.
Well, as you can probably tell, guys, we're back in the van. We didn't get a barbel, unfortunately, but we did get 2 lovely chub. And we fished it into the night, which is what I wanted to do yesterday. Shame I didn't get a barbel to show you, but with seeing an otter, we're getting a couple of nice chub. I really don't mind, to be honest. But I will be doing this quite a lot more soon. I think I'm going to do some overnighters, so we'll get some good torches, see what we can get filmed doing that. We'll hopefully bring you with us for that. So if you're still with me, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.